Hello, chosen one. Have you ever had the subtle feeling that God is desperately trying to get your attention? It's not just a feeling, it's a divine message. In this video, God's urgent message to the chosen ones. Prepare for the Great Awakening. We'll reveal how these signs are leading you to a massive spiritual transformation. You must recognize these signs and prepare for what is coming. Let's delve into the unconventional signs of the Great Awakening. In the hustle and bustle of everyday life, it's easy to miss the subtle hints and messages that God may be sending us. But for those who are open to it, even the most mundane objects can become powerful messengers, offering insights and guidance that can be surprising and profound. Imagine standing at a traffic light and noticing that the light seems to change just as you are contemplating an important decision. Some people might dismiss this as mere coincidence, but others see it as a sign, a moment of divine synchronicity that suggests they are on the right track. Consider, for example, the story of Emily, a young woman facing an important career decision. One day, while considering her options at a vending machine, she noticed that the machine was dispensing the wrong item, her favorite snack, which she hadn't selected. For Emily, this wasn't just a random glitch. It was like a little nudge from God, encouraging her to pursue the work she was most passionate about. These experiences may seem trivial, but they can have profound meaning for those who are attuned to them, serving as a reminder that we are not alone on our journey. Another fascinating aspect of the Great Awakening is the strange coincidences that pepper our daily lives. These are not the big, dramatic signs we might expect, but subtle, almost imperceptible patterns that suggest a hidden order in chaos. For example, have you ever noticed recurring numbers, such as seeing the same time on a clock more than once, or seeing the same sequence of numbers in different contexts? Many believe that these patterns, often called angel numbers, convey specific messages from the divine. Consider John's experience. He started noticing the number 111 everywhere, on his phone, on his receipts, and even on random addresses on the street. At first he thought it was just a quirk, but as the occurrences became more frequent, he began to research its meaning. He discovered that many people believe that 1111 is a sign of alignment, a call to pay attention to one's thoughts and intentions. For John, this insight brought a sense of comfort and purpose that guided him through a challenging time. Unusual alignments and patterns can also manifest in other ways. Some people find that certain themes or symbols keep popping up in their lives, often in the most unexpected places. These synchronicities can act like breadcrumbs that lead us to greater understanding and awareness. For example, if you keep encountering symbols of transformation, such as butterflies or phoenixes, this could indicate that you are going through a significant personal evolution. The key is to remain open and curious, recognizing that these patterns are not mere coincidences, but part of a larger tapestry woven by a higher power. Animals have long been considered messengers of the spiritual world, and during times of awakening, their behavior can be particularly remarkable. Unlike the static nature of inanimate objects, animals are dynamic and can communicate with us in a direct and personal way. When an animal acts strangely or seems to be trying to communicate something specific, it usually has a deeper meaning. For example, consider the story of Sarah and her dog, Max. Sarah was feeling lost and disconnected, unsure of her next steps in life. One day during a walk, Max suddenly stopped and stared intently at a certain spot on the ground. When Sarah looked closer, she saw a small, intricately carved stone with the symbol of a heart. To her, this was a clear message of love and security, a sign that she would be cared for and guided even when she felt alone. Birds also hold a special place in the realm of spiritual signs. Many people report experiences in which birds seem to follow them or act unusually close to them. For example, a robin may repeatedly land near your window, or a hawk may fly over you for a long time. These behaviors can be interpreted as messages of protection, guidance, or encouragement. There are many real-life examples. One woman reported that during a particularly turbulent period in her life, a dove appeared and nested on her balcony, giving her a sense of peace and hope. In another case, a man named Michael told how, during a period of intense personal growth, he began to notice crows wherever he went. Intrigued, he researched the symbolism of crows and discovered that they are often associated with transformation and change. This understanding helped him accept the changes in his life more easily, seeing them as necessary stages on his spiritual journey. Animals can also serve as guides in more mundane situations. Your pet cat may suddenly become exceptionally affectionate when you're feeling down, or a stray dog may show up just when you need a reminder of loyalty and companionship. These interactions, though subtle, can have profound effects, reminding us of the interconnectedness of all life and the invisible support that surrounds us. Invisible forces in common spaces. Have you ever walked into a room and suddenly felt a change in the atmosphere? Perhaps you felt a wave of calm wash over you or, on the contrary, an inexplicable tension that made you uneasy. These energetic shifts are subtle but powerful experiences that can occur in our most familiar spaces, such as our homes, workplaces, or favorite coffee shops. One evening, Jennifer returned home after a long day at work. As she entered the living room, she felt a tremendous sense of peace. It was as if the room itself was giving her a warm hug. She hadn't done anything different that day, but the energy of the living room seemed to surround her with a comforting presence. Later, Jennifer reflected on this moment and realized that it occurred during a particularly stressful time in her life. She began to believe that this energy shift was a way for her home to offer her comfort and support when she needed it most. Recognizing these changes means becoming more aware of our environment. Pay attention to how you feel in different spaces. If you walk into your office and suddenly feel drained or anxious, it could be a sign that the energy is out of balance. Similarly, if you walk into a room and feel excited and energized, notice what might be contributing to this positive energy. It could be the presence of certain objects, the arrangement of the furniture, or even the natural light coming in through the windows. There are a few practical steps you can take to respond to these changes. If you sense negative energy, try to clean up the room. This can be as simple as opening windows to let in fresh air, rearranging furniture to improve flow, or even using techniques such as sage cleansing. On the other hand, if a space seems particularly positive, spend more time in it to absorb the positive energy. Bringing in elements that increase this energy, such as plants, relaxing music, or personal items that make you happy, can also help maintain the positive vibe. In our modern world, media and technology are ubiquitous and shape our experiences and perceptions in profound ways. Sometimes these media deliver messages that seem strangely relevant to our personal lives, offering guidance, warnings, or insights when we least expect it. Imagine scrolling through your social media feed and coming across a post that resonates deeply with something you're thinking about. This happened to Alex, who was struggling with a difficult career decision. Feeling insecure and stressed, he took a break and opened Instagram. The first post he saw was a quote from his favorite author about following your passion despite the risks. Alex felt a surge of clarity and courage. It was as if God had sent him that message at just the right moment. Music can also deliver unexpected messages. One afternoon, Rachel was driving home, lost in thoughts about a recent breakup. As she flipped through the radio stations, she heard a song that seemed to echo her feelings and offer a sense of comfort she hadn't expected. The lyrics related so perfectly to her situation that it felt like the song was playing just for her. Television and movies can also provide these strange alignments. Sarah, a mother of two, was watching a random episode of a TV show one night. The plot revolved around a character struggling with a situation eerily similar to Sarah's own. The character's journey and resolution gave Sarah new perspective and hope for her own challenges. These experiences can be more than mere coincidences. They often occur at pivotal moments and provide promptings or confirmations from God. To recognize these messages, it is important to remain open and attentive. When something in the media catches your eye, pause for a moment to reflect on why it caught your attention. Consider how it might relate to your current circumstances and what insights you can gain from it. Life is full of surprises, and sometimes those surprises come in the form of unexpected encounters with strangers. These brief, often serendipitous interactions can have a lasting impact, offering profound messages or insights that align with our current life situations. One evening, Michael was feeling particularly lost and disconnected. He decided to take a walk and clear his head. While sitting on a bench in the square, an older man sat down next to him and struck up a conversation. The man shared stories from his life, full of wisdom and experiences that mirrored Michael's own struggles. This encounter, though brief, gave Michael a new perspective and a sense of connection to something bigger than himself. Another example is Lily, who was in an airport waiting for her flight. She struck up a conversation with the person next to her, a woman who turned out to be a life coach. They talked for hours, and the woman's insights and advice helped Lily see the challenges in her own life in a new light. This chance encounter gave Lily the motivation she needed to make important changes in her life. Even brief encounters can have a significant impact. Emma, who was feeling overwhelmed by work, was standing in line at a coffee shop when the barista gave her an extra cookie with her coffee and said, "You look like you could use some energy." This small act of kindness and the brief conversation that followed brightened Emma's day and reminded her of the goodness in the world. These encounters can be seen as divine interventions or messages from God, providing guidance and support when we need it most. To make the most of these moments, it's important to remain open to new interactions and to recognize the potential significance of seemingly random encounters. When a stranger offers advice or shares a story that resonates with you, take it as a sign that you are being guided and supported on your journey. Personal transformation and preparation. As you embark on a journey of spiritual awakening, you may notice a variety of unusual physical sensations that can sometimes be disconcerting or even disturbing. These physical symptoms are usually indicators that your body is adjusting to new frequencies and energies. One common experience is a tingling sensation, usually described as a gentle vibration or buzzing in various parts of the body. This tingling can occur in the hands, feet, or even the top of the head, and is believed to be a sign that your energy centers, or chakras, are becoming more active and aligned. Another common symptom is sudden, unexplained fatigue. You may feel exceptionally tired, even after a good night's sleep. This fatigue can be frustrating, but it's important to recognize that your body is doing significant energy work behind the scenes. It's like a computer running a heavy process in the background. Your body is recalibrating and adjusting to higher vibrational states, which can be exhausting. Headaches and pressure in the forehead are also common. These sensations are usually associated with the activation of the third eye chakra, which is associated with heightened intuition and inner vision. Although these symptoms can be uncomfortable, they are usually temporary and disappear as the body adjusts to the new energy levels. To manage these physical symptoms, it is important to listen to your body and prioritize self-care. Rest whenever you feel the need, even if it means taking short naps during the day. Stay hydrated and eat a balanced diet to help your body heal. Gentle activities such as yoga or stretching can help release physical tension and promote better energy flow. In addition, practices such as meditation and grounding exercises can help stabilize your energy and provide relief from these symptoms. The path to spiritual awakening is often marked by emotional turbulence, where unexpected emotional swings become part of the process. You may experience intense emotions that seem to come out of nowhere, ranging from deep joy to deep sadness. These emotional swings are not random. They are a natural part of the cleansing process in which old, unresolved emotions come to the surface to be recognized and released. Understanding these emotional fluctuations is fundamental to dealing with them effectively. When intense emotions arise, it is important to allow yourself to feel them fully, without judgment. Suppressing these emotions can create blockages, while expressing and processing them can lead to significant breakthroughs and healing. Take Mark's story, for example. He had always been a relatively stoic person, rarely showing his emotions. During his awakening, however, he began to feel overwhelming waves of sadness and grief. At first, he was confused and tried to push these feelings away, but as he began to write about his feelings and seek support from trusted friends, he realized that these feelings were connected to past traumas that he had never addressed. By confronting and processing these feelings, Mark experienced a profound sense of relief and a deeper understanding of himself. Emotional breakthroughs like Mark's are not uncommon. They often lead to a clearer sense of purpose and a stronger connection to the inner self. If you find yourself in the midst of emotional turmoil, consider practices such as journaling, talking with a trusted friend or therapist, or engaging in creative activities such as painting or music. These activities can provide a safe space to explore and release your feelings. Dreams and visions are powerful tools for insight and transformation during the awakening process. As your consciousness expands, you may begin to have more vivid and meaningful dreams, often filled with symbolic images and messages from your subconscious. These dreams can provide profound guidance and clarity about your path and the challenges you face. Common dream symbols include water, which usually represents emotions and the subconscious; flying, which can symbolize freedom and a higher perspective; and animals, which can embody different aspects of your personality or serve as spiritual guides. For example, dreaming of a snake can indicate a process of shedding old skin and transformation, while dreaming of an eagle can suggest gaining a higher perspective in a given situation. To improve dream recall and interpretation, it's useful to keep a dream journal by your bedside. When you wake up, write down everything you remember about your dreams, no matter how fragmented or trivial it may seem. Over time, recurring patterns and themes may emerge, giving you a deeper insight into your inner world. Meditating before bed can also improve dream recall and clarity. Setting an intention to remember your dreams or asking for guidance on a particular theme can focus your subconscious mind and improve the quality of your dreams. In addition, exploring lucid dreaming techniques, in which you become aware that you are dreaming and can interact with the dream environment, can be a powerful tool for personal growth and healing. Visions, whether experienced during meditation or spontaneously throughout the day, can also play an important role in your awakening journey. These visions usually appear as flashes of insight or vivid images that convey messages or guidance. Like dreams, they are highly symbolic and can offer profound wisdom if interpreted carefully. Consider, for example, the experience of Carla, who often had visions of a lighthouse during her meditations. At first, she didn't understand the meaning, but as she delved deeper into her spiritual practices, she realized that the lighthouse represented her inner light and her role as a beacon of hope for others. This insight allowed her to pursue a career in counseling, where she could use her experience to guide and support others through their challenges. To cultivate visions, regular meditation practice is essential. Creating a calm and peaceful environment and setting a clear intention for guidance can help you access these visionary states. Trusting the process and remaining open to any images or perceptions that arise without over-analyzing them can also enhance your experience. Household chores are often seen as boring and monotonous tasks, something to be done quickly and without much thought. However, these daily activities can be transformed into meaningful rituals that contribute to your spiritual growth and well-being. By approaching tasks with intention and mindfulness, you can find deeper connections and hidden messages in these mundane activities. Take cleaning, for example. Instead of seeing it as a mere chore, think of it as a way to clear stagnant energy from your space. As you dust, vacuum, or wipe down surfaces, imagine that you are also removing negative or outdated energy and making room for new and positive vibrations. This simple shift in perspective can transform an ordinary task into a powerful act of energetic cleansing. Cooking is another activity that can become a spiritual practice. Preparing food with love and intention not only nourishes your body, but also feeds your soul. Pay attention to the ingredients you use, the colors and textures, and the aromas that fill your kitchen. As you chop, stir, and season, focus on the gratitude you feel for the food and the nourishment it provides. This mindful approach to cooking can turn mealtime into a sacred ritual that connects you to the earth and the nourishment it provides. Doing laundry can also be more than just a repetitive task. Consider the symbolism of washing away dirt and soot, leaving clothes fresh and clean. As you fold and put away the laundry, you can reflect on the cycles of life, how we accumulate experiences and emotions, and then cleanse and renew ourselves. This process can be a reminder of the importance of self-care and personal renewal. An example of someone who found deeper meaning in housework is Anna, who found solace in her daily routine during a particularly stressful time in her life. She began to see her chores as opportunities for meditation and reflection. As she washed the dishes, she focused on the warm water and the act of cleaning, allowing her mind to clear and her stress to dissipate. Over time, these simple tasks became moments of peace and clarity that helped her face her challenges with a calmer mindset. Gardening and spending time in nature offer deep insights and connections to the natural world that can enhance your spiritual journey. These activities ground you and remind you of your place in the vast web of life and the cycles of growth and renewal that govern the natural world. When you garden, you become directly involved with the earth, planting seeds and tending to the plants as they grow. This process can be deeply meditative, providing a sense of satisfaction and connection to the rhythms of nature. Watching a seed sprout and develop into a thriving plant reflects your own personal growth and transformation. The patience and care required in gardening teach valuable lessons about caring for yourself and others. Consider the story of Tom, who turned to gardening after retiring from a stressful corporate job. He found joy in tending his vegetable garden and experienced a sense of peace and satisfaction that he hadn't felt in years. As he watched the plants grow, he began to see parallels in his own life: the need for patience, the importance of nurturing new ideas, and the cycles of growth and rest. Gardening became a therapeutic practice that helped him transition into a new phase of life with a greater sense of purpose and fulfillment. Spending time in nature, whether on a walk in the woods, at the beach, or simply sitting in a park, can also provide profound insights. Nature has a way of slowing us down and encouraging us to be present and attentive. The sounds of birds, the rustling of leaves, and the sight of a flowing river can bring a sense of calm and connection to something greater than ourselves. For Sarah, regular walks in the nearby woods became a form of spiritual practice. She noticed how her worries seemed to dissipate as she immersed herself in the sights and sounds of nature. One day, while sitting by a stream, she had a sudden realization about a personal problem that had been bothering her for months. The clarity she gained in that moment in nature helped her solve the problem in a way she hadn't thought possible before. Sometimes the awakening of latent talents and interests can reveal deeper truths about ourselves and our paths. Unusual hobbies and activities that capture our attention and passion can provide insight into our true nature and purpose. Consider the story of James, who discovered a passion for woodworking late in life. At first, he took up the hobby to pass the time, but he soon found himself deeply involved in creating complex pieces of furniture. As he honed his skills, James realized that woodworking was more than a hobby. It was a form of meditation and self-expression. The focus and patience required to create each piece taught him about perseverance and the beauty of creating with one's own hands. This hobby revealed a new aspect of himself, bringing a sense of satisfaction and joy he hadn't experienced before. Similarly, Emily discovered an unexpected interest in painting. Although she had never considered herself artistic, she felt drawn to pick up a paintbrush and experiment with colors and shapes. Through painting, Emily discovered a new way to process her emotions and express her inner world. Each canvas became a journey of self-discovery, revealing layers of her personality and helping her understand her experiences from a different perspective. These hobbies can be catalysts for personal transformation. They often arise spontaneously, capture our interest, and lead us into a state of flow in which time seems to disappear. Engaging in these activities can provide a sense of purpose and connection, helping us discover hidden talents and passions that enrich our lives. For example, Laura, who had always liked music but had never taken it seriously, decided to learn to play the guitar. What started as a casual interest turned into a deep passion. Through music, Laura found a way to connect with her emotions and share her experiences with others. This hobby has not only brought her personal joy, but has also helped her connect with like-minded people, creating a sense of community and belonging. Sometimes life has a way of organizing events with incredible precision, making us feel that we are exactly where we need to be at exactly the right time. These moments of perfect synchronicity often leave us with a sense of wonder and awe, as if a higher power is orchestrating the details of our lives. One such story involves a woman named Lisa, who was rushing to catch a train after a long day at work. As soon as she reached the platform, the train stopped and she boarded. She later discovered that if she had missed the train, she would have been stuck at the station for an hour due to an unexpected time change. This seemingly trivial incident made her realize how perfectly timed her day had been, and she began to see it as a sign that she was on the right track. Another example comes from Mike, who was driving home from work when, on a whim, he decided to take a different route. On this new route, he ran into an old friend he hadn't seen in years. They reconnected and ended up starting a business together that became very successful. Mike always remembers that day and how taking a different route at that exact moment changed the course of his life. These instances of perfect timing can be seen as divine alignment, where God orchestrates events to benefit us in unexpected ways. Interpreting these moments as signs of divine alignment means recognizing the synchronicities in our lives and appreciating them for what they are, reminders that we are being guided and supported. These experiences can bring comfort and security, especially in times of uncertainty. When you find that perfect moment in your daily routine, take a moment to acknowledge it and reflect on its meaning. It can be a powerful affirmation that you are on the right path and that God is working on your behalf. While the perfect moment can be exhilarating, life also throws unexpected delays and obstacles in our path. These moments can be frustrating and discouraging, but they often bring hidden blessings and important lessons. Viewing these setbacks as opportunities for growth and guidance can transform the way we perceive and respond to them. Consider the story of Rachel, who was eagerly awaiting a job offer after a series of promising interviews. Weeks passed with no news, and she began to feel discouraged. While waiting, she decided to volunteer at a local community center to keep herself busy. Through this experience, she discovered a passion for social work that she had never considered before. Eventually, the job offer came through, but Rachel realized that her true calling was in the nonprofit sector. The delay in finding a job gave her the time and space to discover her true passion. Similarly, John experienced a major setback when his car broke down on the way to an important meeting. Frustrated and stressed, he had to wait for a tow truck and missed the meeting. While waiting, he struck up a conversation with a stranger who turned out to be a potential client for his company. This unexpected encounter led to a fruitful partnership that significantly boosted his career. In retrospect, John saw his car problem as an unexpected event that led to a valuable opportunity. These stories highlight the importance of remaining open to the lessons and opportunities that delays and obstacles present. Rather than viewing them as mere inconveniences, try to see them as part of a larger plan that is guiding you toward your greater good. Reflect on past experiences in which a delay or obstacle led to an unexpected blessing or insight. This perspective can help you maintain patience and optimism in the face of future challenges. One of the most profound ways that synchronicity manifests is through encounters with the right people at the right time. These encounters can have a significant impact on our lives, providing guidance, support, and new opportunities. Staying open and receptive to these synchronicities can help us to recognize and accept the connections that come our way. For example, Sarah was feeling lost and unsure about her career when she attended a networking event. There she met Laura, an experienced professional in her field, who became her mentor. Laura's guidance and support helped Sarah overcome her career challenges and find her true passion. This pivotal encounter came at a time when Sarah needed guidance the most and changed her career path. Another story involves Mark, who was traveling abroad when he met a fellow traveler named Paul. They quickly became friends and discovered they had similar business interests. This chance meeting led to a joint project that benefited both of their careers. Mark always reflects on how meeting Paul was a turning point in his life. To remain open and receptive to these synchronicities, it is important to cultivate an attitude of curiosity and openness. Be willing to engage with new people and explore unexpected possibilities. Pay attention to connections that seem meaningful or unexpected, and take the time to cultivate those relationships. Trust that the people you meet are part of a larger plan, and that each encounter has the potential to bring valuable insights and opportunities. Reflecting on past experiences in which you met the right person at the right time can also help strengthen your belief in synchronicity. Think about how these connections have affected your life and what lessons you have learned from them. This practice can increase your awareness and appreciation of the meaningful encounters that continue to shape your journey. Everyday symbols and their meanings. Symbols are everywhere in our daily lives, often hidden in plain sight, embedded in street signs and advertisements that we encounter on a regular basis. Deciphering these messages can provide fascinating insights and guidance. For example, seeing a stop sign repeatedly can be a reminder from God to stop and reevaluate your current situation. Similarly, advertisements often use symbols that can resonate on a deeper level. A billboard with a lighthouse can symbolize guidance and direction, suggesting that you may need to find your way through a difficult time. These everyday symbols act as gentle nudges, encouraging us to pay attention to what is happening around us and within us. Clothing and fashion choices are another area where symbols play an important role, reflecting and even influencing a person's spiritual journey. The colors, styles, and accessories we choose can communicate more than just fashion sense. For example, wearing a lot of blue may indicate a need for calm and serenity in your life, as blue is often associated with peace and stability. On a deeper level, significant fashion choices can mark important moments of personal growth. Consider the case of Lisa, who decided to cut her long hair short after a difficult breakup. This change wasn't just about a new look. It symbolized her desire to leave the past behind and embrace a new beginning. In the same way, someone might start wearing a particular piece of jewelry that feels protective or empowering, turning it into a personal talisman that carries a special meaning. The colors and patterns in our environment also carry meaning and can provide valuable insight when they recur in our lives. For example, if you frequently notice the color yellow, this could symbolize that you are in a period of learning and intellectual growth, as the color yellow is often associated with the mind and knowledge. Patterns such as spirals found in nature and art can represent growth, change, and the journey within. Recognizing these recurring colors and patterns involves tuning into your environment and reflecting on what they might mean to you personally. When you notice a particular pattern appearing, ask yourself what it might be trying to communicate about the current phase of your life or your emotional state. God's urgent message to the chosen ones demands greater awareness and readiness as we prepare for the Great Awakening. By recognizing the subtle signs of everyday life, embracing personal transformation, and interpreting the deeper meanings of mundane activities, we align ourselves with the divine plan. Stay open to synchronicities and messages from God, and trust that you are being led on a profound spiritual journey. Embrace this awakening with faith and clarity, knowing that each moment is part of a larger cosmic project. So what are your thoughts? Let us know in the comments below. Subscribe to our channel so you don't miss any more content. See you next video.